and gentlemen, Darksided do it. They take it out.
There's always a lot of drama associated with being in team games. I've yet to experience a team game where that hasn't happened at some point, and I kind of started to gravitate towards more single player games for a competitive game. When you win or lose, it's from your own merits, and fighting games are like in short bite-sized chunks compared to, say, StarCraft, where you have to sit in ranked queues or similar things like that. That's what started getting me into fighting games. Hi, I'm Falco, a fighting game player for Darksided. My first experience playing competitive games would have been during Day of Defeat 1.3 for Half-Life 1 mods. When I got into Day of Defeat, I originally really gravitated towards the sniper class because I saw someone playing it and there is no crosshair in the center of the screen for the sniper rifle, but it's dead accurate when you're standing still. Because there was this other weapon in the game called the Kar 98, which was busted as all hell. But the sniper rifles were similar with no crosshair, so I felt really cool as a young kid running around sniping people without crosshairs. Yeah, Day of Defeat was the shit. And then Source came out and it sucked. The first fighter I really got into is kind of a weird way I got into fighters. There's another Half-Life 1 mod, which is called ESF, which stands for Earth Special Forces. And that game, when you clash into people, there are these inputs you can press on the keyboard which are very similar to fighting games, like quarter circles, everything like that, combos. And my friends that I got into with that, we eventually started playing Garo Mark of the Wolves heavily. And that's the first game I really started playing a lot and kind of introduced me to proper fighting game fundamentals. So now it's kind of come full circle from playing a Dragon Ball Z mod for Half-Life 1 and has now turned into Dragon Ball FighterZ, which I'm currently playing a lot. Yeah, my favorite game, fighting game, which I think has the highest, not necessarily the highest skill cap, but it definitely has the most crossover to other games in terms of like fundamentals, is King of Fighters. My favorite being 13. I think things you learn in the King of Fighters series carry over to every other fighter and can make you a better fighting game player. There's two reasons I travel across the globe to events. One being I get to see the world, and two being I get to verse people of like really high skill level, like all people of the globe get to verse different play styles and improve as a player. So my favorite tournament outside of Australia that I've been to would probably be the Taiwan Major that was held last year. It has the most grassroots feel while still having good production and everything was run on time. The feel of the tournament was just really nice. Yeah, it's very similar to the ones I've originally started getting into in Australia. Practicing for fighting games, you have to grind things out. Eventually you get to a kind of stable level where you don't have to practice so hard. You can relax, try some different things out, maybe try different characters. Generally you want to get to a stable level, see where your flaws are in your game plan. Then in casual matches, just try risky things, try it out. Because the matches don't matter, but people put a lot of weight on them. But why not try an anti-air every time to get better at it? Why not try and do that? Try and react with super to X, Y, Z. That's the way I improve. I guess as the original player picked up by Darksided, I didn't know who they were. And then when they turned out to stick true to their word, I was like, oh, I've really found an organization that, you know, isn't going to screw me over. So the current state of the FGC in Australia, I'd really like to see more events similar to OHN and BAM and less direction in the invitational route it appears to be going, or the closed off tournament route I guess would be closer since the online tournaments are open to everyone. I'm more a fan of the everyone can enter, everyone has a chance to win. Like you show up on the day, you could beat the best player in the world, like if you've put in the effort. Whereas it doesn't appear that the Australian FGC is kind of heading in that direction at the moment, and I'm not a fan of that. Future plans for myself, I'd really just want to constantly improve at any of the games I enter. I'm looking forward to playing Soul Calibur when it comes out as well. And as travel plans, I want to go to Japan. I haven't been there yet. I'd also like to attend, there's a tournament in Europe called the Colosseum. It's because that sounds rad. And yeah, I just want to travel around the world, play all different players.
and gentlemen, Darksider do it. They take it out.